Well, good evening everybody, and welcome to the fifth meeting in the Classic Hot Rod Series of 2016. We're here at the Vauxhall Heath Stadium in Ipswich on a beautiful, dry, a little bit chilly but pleasant evening here on a Saturday night on the 15th of May. Now, what do we have in camera this time? Well, we are delighted to reveal the brand new Classic Hot Rod of number 257 Andrew Willis. Already nicknamed the Pocket Rocket, but it could have equally been nicknamed the Bumblebee. And this wee little car, a 1956 Austin A30, and as you can see, powered by a very nicely positioned 2-litre Pinto engine, all complete with the forward opening doors, otherwise known as the suicide doors, on the car. And Andrew, just like to introduce you to all those on Classic Hot Rod TV. Good afternoon to you. Please tell us a little bit about what it has taken to build this car in what I understand has been around 12 months of work. Is that right?
Yeah, well, I bought it from a scrapyard up in Redditch for 500 quid. Started designing all the roll cage, where I was going to put things, how things were going to fit in, because obviously it's a tiny car. Started cutting bits out of it, mainly sorting the rust out first. It's had floor pans, all the boot floor, which I cut partly anyway, but the front end was quite solid. Just figuring out what I had in the garage to build it with, and
because without any cause of embarrassment, you are very much a budget racer. This is all your own work.
Very much. I mean, I reckon altogether it's cost me about £4,500 to build the whole car completely. That's with the engine, which I bought for 1,500 quid, and the car that cost me 500.
Well, there you go. It just goes to show that you can be part of a high-end formula and do it on your own terms.
Yeah.
So, and already you've had quite a lot of interest from people now that they've seen the car for the first time, revealing it here at Ipswich. So hopefully you feel that it's been a worthwhile journey even before you start.
Yeah, it's quite surprising how many people have come round and talked and taken pictures and videos and just blazed into it.
Yeah, that's right, because you were working on it just up until, what, even this morning you were still stickering the car up, weren't you?
I mean, the paint is still slightly soft from last night.
Oh,
but, well. Yeah, it's here. It's all sticking up. Looks good. Looks good in yellow.
Well done. And you've got the yellow overalls to match. So, wish you all the very best, Andrew. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Cheers.
Okay. Well, Andrew Willis, causing a stir in Classic Hot Rods already. And we'll take the opportunity to have a look around some of the other drivers. 166, Dave Stevens. Hello, Dave, and how are you today?
Not too bad, thank you.
And good to see you back. This has been your first time out since Wimbledon, isn't it?
Wimbledon was the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
Just been too much work commitments, really.
Indeed. But keep on going in the right direction, don't you? When it comes to the Formula racing, you seem to be getting quicker all the time. And
hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
Every month, every time we have to do something to the car, we've just done a few more things this time, and hopefully today will be a good day.
Okay, well, I wish you all the very best. Thanks very much. Okay. So there we are, Dave Stevens talking to us there here on Classic Hot Rod TV. And the next one that we can see in camera is that of the 232 car of Brett Snedden. And come all the way down from West Lothian in Scotland. And how long a journey was it that you had, Brett?
8 hours.
8 hours?
Yep.
All in one hit?
All in one hit, and I've done it.
Ah, right. And you're the driver as well as the racing car driver tonight?
Drive all the way up the road. I let my dad
that's
a wee shot.
Now, first time out was, of course, at Logelly. We did speak then. And you did very well, actually.
I was happy, like.
Yeah.
I was happy with it. No, definitely.
And surprising some of the more established drivers by getting the better of them, even.
Well, a wee bit younger, like. Still red there, like, so.
But how many years have you been involved in oval racing altogether now?
20.
Yeah, no novice when it comes to oval racing. You know the score.
Novice to this, like, but
it's just a different formula.
Just a different formula, and it's rear-wheel drive, but
of course you've raced Ipswich before in stock rods, haven't you?
Yeah, liked it. Good, really good track.
And of course, in stock odds, you were a top grade driver.
Yeah.
So I think that you'll settle into this quite well.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't like to say too much until...
You don't want to overcommit. It's like some of the other drivers I speak to, and they say, "How are you going to go today?" And they go, we'll see.
I want it all good, everybody does, but
yes.
Like I say, you've got an element of luck and reliability. You can get them on your side, then you're doing all right.
All right, well,
definitely.
Brett, just say thank you very much for talking to us now. Thanks for taking the journey all the way down from Scotland. We do wish you well.
Ideal.
Thank you. So we move on from Scotland to one of the men who is far more local, the 911 car of Manningtree's Harry Stewart. Harry, as you can see as we look, is a beautifully rich coloured red Anglia, is now of course the Midland champion, having won that title at Northampton just a fortnight ago. And always a very popular car out on track. Harry likes to mix it with all and sundry, not only in classic hot rods, but even when the open field class of slick car racing is on. And only last weekend he raced this Anglia here in the slick car class as well. So Harry Stewart, and certainly one driver who you can never discount from the top honours in this particular formula. Now the nation's number 2 at the moment, number 72, Gary Goodswin. Still within touching distance of the current lead driver, and that's the man who you can see over there, 198 Andy Stewart. And Gary again has been really Mr. Consistent so far this year, getting places in the majority of his races, and has won 2 races so far this season, both at Northampton and at Lochgelly. Certainly the best that he's gone so far in his career with CHRs, and hopefully looking for another good meeting tonight. So we'll just move on through pit lane, passing the throngs of people around, and Andy's car, as we can see over there. Andy, of course, you can never discount from the racing. Top driver in the formula, has been for now 3 solid years. Top point scorer in the past 2 seasons, and you can see he's got the silver roof on the car, and those titles that he's won presently and in the past. SHP built, sponsored by Simpson Recycling. That's the 198 car of Andy Stewart, and certainly one of the drivers you can never discount from any race that he's in. Now 121 Charlie Shambury. Charlie has had mixed fortunes so far this year, but has gone back. A very consistent driver, a very committed driver, and as we look to have a very brief word with Charlie, if we may. Charlie, you were saying earlier on that the car has now got its preferred engine in, shall we say, is that correct?
Yes.
You've been, again, very busy working on the car in the evenings.
Yeah, we had the other Monday on it, changing the engine, getting it all back up to scratch, working on it last Sunday as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, a bit busy boy really.
Indeed, a busy boy. And indeed, inquiries about being a film star. Yeah, surprising who knocks on your door, isn't it? So some chap knocked on your door and he said, "Do you fancy being in the movies?"
Trailer was the advert.
Yeah.
Saw the trailer, sat on the drive, and
Indeed, there we are. There we are. Yes. And there you are. It just goes to show. I mean, who knows where these can lead, eh?
Very true.
Indeed.
Very true.
As long as you don't start growing a very big Handel-style moustache, you know.
No, very true.
All right. Well, all the best for tonight. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Right. So, Charlie, 121, and then we move on to the 101 car. A very beautiful looking machine of 101 Jonah Bowring, this super light, super low looking Anglia, though John assures me that the reason for its low profile is not because of any amazing settings in the suspension or the geometry of this car, but simply because he's put the wheel arches nice and low and close to the wheels themselves. So there we are. This car sponsored by Murray's Accounting Services, amongst many others, and cleaning logistics. Beautiful looking machine, and a great credit to the sport. That's 101 Jonah Barring. The next one that we can see is that of 210 Huey Weaver. Main sponsor being, of course, Weaver Brothers Roofing. One of our more senior racers in the class, but also a very, very competitive driver as well. He's able to give as good as he gets in the class, and will be doing extremely well for sure at his local track. 271, Jamie Johnson is next. And Jamie, one of those who still campaigns loyally with the 1700cc crossflow engine, although he does give away quite a degree in horsepower to those that compete with the 2-litre Pintos. But, you could say that he still believes that the car could be competitive and more if there was just a few adjustments made. And one of those adjustments I think that Jamie might just be able to have a quick word with me about, if he can. You were saying to me earlier on, Jamie, that one of the things that could make the crossflow competitive would be a slight addition. Just tell us a little bit about that.
Roller rockers.
And explain what that actually means.
They take all the load off a valve train, so the valve that's being pushed down is being pushed out.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a slightly different ratio, so they allow the valves to open more without having heavy valve springs. They also allow you to run heavier valve springs. So in other words, that can rev as it ought to be able to. The next level of power will come out of having it revving harder.
Very interesting.
So for 600 quid, I've already got some in the garage from an engine that I built.
So it's not necessarily about testing a car and putting different settings on the jets or whatever. It's all about what goes on inside the car.
I've had that on the roller roader or the dyno, and there's enough fuel going through that to get more brake horsepower and more power through it. It's just that the components are at their limits.
And at the moment you feel that you are giving away horsepower to the more established Pintos on track at the moment.
172 brake horsepower, that engine, and all of these Pintos are 200 brake horsepower plus.
And how do you feel that that difference in horsepower is apparent when you're actually out on track?
It's not so bad. It's not so bad on a larger track because you've got the rolling weight. You're already going.
Yeah.
It's the torque that the cars that a Pinto engine produces. You can compensate with a short, higher revving, short stroking engine like crossflow.
Oh well, it's interesting that you've put that so eloquently, and you never know who might be listening to this watching this video. So
as a privateer engine builder, it can make a huge amount of difference.
All right, well, interesting insight, Jamie. Thank you, and good luck for tonight. So there we are. That's Jamie Johnson just giving us a little bit of a technical insight into what can go on in these classic hot rods, and you can see that is the self-built crossflow that Jamie has in the 271 car. Now it's good to see that 31 Steve Gooding is back out with us as well, because this car was in the wars at Logelly in Scotland just last month, having made serious contact with the wall. And Steve, you were telling me just a short while before that you have actually put a lot of work in on this car to get it ready again.
Yes, we've repaired all the front chassis and straightened out, put new rose joints in it and all bits of suspension on it, as well as straight the front wing roughly with the hammer.
You can't miss the hammer.
That's it, as you can tell, that's it. The rest of it is straight, that just looks a bit...
And therefore your prediction for today?
We never know. We've not tried it since it's been put back together, other than around the estate where I work. So
brilliant. Okay, well, good luck, Steve. Thank you. So we move on from Mr. Steve Gooding, and I've got the 445 car, and this is Graham Boyd, part of the Boyd crew. 2 A45s, that of his, and his son Craig. There is Craig's car. And this, of course, is the machine of Little Miss Boydie, otherwise known on the Classic Hot Rod page as Penelope Pitstop. And young Cara will be starting in a Wolseley 1500 tonight for the first time in the grid position proper she'll be starting on pole as the bona fide white top tonight here at Ipswich. Now across to our second Scottish competitor tonight, and that's 247 Graham McCabe. Graham down in his Chevette, and conceivably this may be the last time that Graham will be competing in the Chevette tonight, because potentially the car will be up for sale, as he will be looking forward to moving on to a newer machine, and that'll be a Talbot Sunbeam that he'll be looking to debut in the high point of the summer. So any interested parties who would like to get their hands on this race-proven Vauxhall Chevette Classic Hot Rod, then please get in touch with Graham via his Facebook page. And finally, we have the 20 car of Dave Fry. This one still under special license, shall we say, to race with the 50mm carbs on there. Still looking to see as to whether he can get any further power out of his particular crossflow. But that gives us an insight into our drivers tonight racing here at Ipswich. A great delight to see the great variety of cars that are racing tonight. The Chevettes, the Wolseleys, the Ofsted A45s, the Avengers, the Mark 1 and 2 Classic Hot Rod Escorts. It's a great formula, great variety, bringing in fans from the young and the old to see these great looking cars race as they did back in the heyday. And of course we can't forget that wee little car, that cheeky little car of number 257 Andrew Willis, and this is his debut in Classic Hot Rods tonight, and we do wish both him and all the drivers competing all the very best here at Ipswich. Our next one on our video will be heat number 1 for the Classics.